Am I on the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Hammer in the air, Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better, Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Well, what is going down, everyone? Yes, it's me. It's Don Mega, and you are back with another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? We're broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons Radio Studios on a Wednesday. That's right. Happy Hump Day! It is Wednesday, October the 23rd, and tonight, excuse me, it's season 19, episode 4, and tonight's show is titled Double Tap. So, it's been 9 days since we did the last show. As you know, we put out a show every single Monday. But this past Monday, you probably noticed there was a new episode. And then you thought maybe it'll pop up on Tuesday. And I'll tell you, the original plan was for it to be up on Tuesday. But the day absolutely got away from me and I had no time to do it. So here I am on a Wednesday. I'm actually taking a personal day from work. And I'm just relaxing and having some time to myself. So what better time to put together the latest and greatest episode of Am I on the Air? Getting you caught up in all the latest and greatest in entertainment news. That's right. Last week was busy. I went out of town for work. Came back. Was all messed up from the time change. Was super tired all weekend. And then, like I said, when Monday rolled around, I didn't do the episode on Monday because some new trailers were dropping, like Bloodshot and the new Star Wars trailer. Plus, I was supposed to see Zombieland Double Tap on Friday when I got back to town from my work trip, but I was so exhausted I didn't end up doing it. We rescheduled for Saturday, and then on Saturday, my boy Geeky Pat got sick, so then it got canceled on Saturday, and therefore I didn't get to the movie until Monday. So that was another reason I wanted to push the show back, was because I wanted to have the movie review for you guys. So there was a lot of little factors that went into it this week, but needless to say, we are here and we're ready to rock. So let's jump right into it. Let's start off with Zombieland 2 Double Tap. That's right, after over a decade since the original film came out, we finally have a sequel with all of your returning players, Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg, Abigail Breslin, all returning, which is really, really cool because, you know, everybody's been doing some pretty good shit lately in the last decade, and you would never have thought that, you know, Academy Award winner Emma Stone would want to come back to be in a movie like this. But the good thing is they all had a lot of fun making that first movie, and they've been down to make a sequel ever since. It was all about timing. But we had the same writers back, same directors back. Now, the writers for this movie are the guys that did Deadpool. So they did Zombieland first, and then wrote the Deadpool movie, and then got real popular. And then the Zombieland movie had to wait for them to come back to make the sequel. But they did, and they got Ruben Fleischer back, who last year did Venom. And so the whole band is back together here. And overall, it's a really fun movie. It really, really is. It's got the laughs. The team is great. It has the same humor. It has the same gore. It was a fun ride. Now, from a negative standpoint, and I don't want to really say negative, but like, the movie is quite a bit a rehash of the first movie. There's not much different here than what happened in the first movie. It's just like, we're just trying to survive, zombies are coming, and that's that. with some banter in between. And, we do get introduced to a couple new characters, which I won't spoil, but they're really, really cool. Outside of that, there's not much else. Now, I'm not super complaining, because, I love the first Zombieland movie, and I've been really excited for a sequel. So, I dug it for what it was. I didn't need anything crazy. It's Zombieland, for God's sakes. I just wanted to laugh, see some cool kills, and just have a good time. And that's what Zombieland Double Tap did for me. So, yes, it's a rehash of the first movie. It's not as good as the first movie, but it's pretty damn solid nonetheless. So, at the end of the day, I would give Double Tap 4 zombies out of 5, or 4 double taps out of 5. It was really, really good. Just be forewarned, it's not this cool new story that they've just, spent a lot of time putting together over the last decade. It is a lot of the same, but you know what, as such a big fan of the first movie, I was okay with that. So, there you go. That's your movie review of the week. It is Zombieland Double Tap, 4 out of 5 stars. Alright, let's get into our news of the week. Now, I was pretty pissed about this. As soon as I recorded last week, and got done recording and started putting the show together, breaking news! Zoe Kravitz to play Catwoman in the Batman. I was like, son of a bitch, of course you would drop this the second I get done with the show. Yes, it is confirmed. Matt Reeves, who of course is directing the new Batman movie, has brought on Zoe Kravitz to play Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, in the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. So, very, very cool right there, man. Big news going as they're starting to ramp up this movie. They're going to start filming in a couple months. And, I'm a little torn on this casting. I don't mind Zoe. She's not really Catwoman to me, but I can see it. I can definitely see it. And I know Matt Reeves is picky, so he's doing some odd casting here to put together this cast. Of course, starting with Robert Pattinson, people that I never would have assumed to take these roles, but I'm trusting in Matt Reeves that he knows what he's doing, and we're going to get a really cool movie. In additional casting news, we found out that Jonah Hill had passed. He had passed on the script. He had passed on the movie. Not really sure why, but we told you a couple weeks ago that he was in negotiations to play the Riddler. And another rumor came out, said that he was going to bring Seth Rogen with him, and Seth Rogen was going to actually play the Penguin. So I was like, what? But then once the deal fell through with Jonah, it looks like Seth walked with him. So, so that happened. But then right away, 2 days later, they announced that Paul Dano has been cast as the Riddler. So one thing I don't like is they changed his name. His name is Edward Nostra or something like that, instead of Nigma, which I don't understand why directors and writers feel the need to change shit. Why? His name is Edward Nigma. Why would you feel the need to swap that or change that to something else? I mean, he better have a good excuse when I watch the movie, because outside of that, I don't really get it at all. But Paul Dano is a great actor. You might not know who he is by me just saying his name, but if you look him up, you're like, oh, that guy. I mean, he could be creepy, he could be nerdy, he could be very intelligent. He plays all these roles very, very well, so I can see him being a great Riddler. So, once again, man, the casting continues on the Batman. Paul Dano as the Riddler and Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. All right. I got some breaking news, actually, by the way. If you're somebody who wants to get Disney Plus and you maybe don't want to pay the $7 a month for it, if you are a Verizon customer, that is going to be the new perk. If you have Verizon Unlimited cell phone service, you can get Disney Plus free for the first year. That's right. It is an exclusive promotion going on with Disney Plus and Verizon Wireless that you can get the first year of Disney Plus for free as long as you're on the unlimited plan. So look into that and see how you can get your Disney Plus subscription. Okay, Rogue One director Tony Gilroy is going to be returning to direct the Cassian Andor series. So very, very cool. The guy who directed the movie is going to come back to direct the solo movie based on Cassian Andor. So that's going to be really, really cool. Jada Pinkett Smith is in talks to reprise her role as Naomie in The Matrix 4. So that is pretty awesome right there. I love that they're bringing more and more people back for The Matrix. Heather Graham has officially signed on for CBS's all-access version of The Stand that they're putting together. Another addition to Matrix 4 that you might not have seen coming, Neil Patrick Harris. That's right, Neil Patrick Harris has joined the cast of The Matrix 4 in an unknown role. So I love Neil Patrick Harris. I don't see what he could do in The Matrix, but I'm down. Let's go ahead and do it. Amanda Seyfried is joining David Fincher's new Herman Mankiewicz biopic called Mank. Kevin Feige, congratulations, has been officially named the Chief Creative Officer of Marvel. That's right, he is moving on up. He is the Chief Creative Officer of Marvel, which means he is going to oversee everything Marvel. You know, he only did Marvel Studios before. He was the president of Marvel Studios. Now he's the chief officer of all Marvel, which means he'll be involved with comic books. He'll be involved in the television shows and, of course, the movies and Disney Plus shows and everything like that. So his hands will be in a lot more pots, and I really dig that. Amy Adams and Laura Dern are going to be producing a new HBO series called The Most Fun We Ever Had. Apple TV Plus, which launches next month, is already renewed C. Dickinson and Little America and Home Before Dark already for a second season. None of these shows have even aired a single episode, but they've all been renewed for a second season. That's how desperate Apple TV Plus is to have content. Sean Levy and Nick Jonas are adapting the YA book series Dash and Lily for Netflix. The Addams Family 2 is in the works over at MGM, and it'll be releasing in 2021. Da-da-da-da. That's right. October 22nd, 2021, Addams Family 2. I did not like that Addams Family movie, but my daughter did. She's still singing the song to this day, so I know she's excited. Grease is coming back once again. That's right. Grease Rydell High is getting a series order over at the new HBO Max streaming service. This will be kind of a prequel to the Grease movie we all know and love that takes place all at the high school. So there you go. Rydell High. Grease Rydell High coming to HBO Max. Venom 2. Marvel villain Shriek is set to join Carnage in the sequel. So Shriek is a very interesting character, a love interest, an accomplice of Carnage. She will be involved in Venom 2. To what extent, I don't know. But I also know that actress Naomie Harris is in talks to possibly play Shriek, which would be pretty cool. She is awesome. Jason Sudeikis is set to reprise his Ted Lasso role in a new upcoming Apple TV Plus series. Ryan Reynolds and John Krasinski are teaming up for a new fantasy comedy called Imaginary Friends. Taron Egerton says that the Kingsman 3 script is a befitting end to the trilogy. So, very excited for another Kingsman movie. I'm not super sold on this The Kingsman that's coming out in February, but I want to see my Eggsy back and see the real Kingsman go down for a third movie. We have the second official trailer for Bombshell, which looks really, really good, man. Check that out if you haven't seen it. Kevin Smith talking about Clerks 3 and Mallrats 2 once again, so fingers crossed there. Taika Waititi talks the possibility of Thor 4 using the cancer story for Jane Foster. So, nothing confirmed, but they are looking at that. Ryan Reynolds had a meeting with Marvel Studios last week. What was that about? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out soon. The first casualty of the new shows this season is Sunnyside. That's right, Sunnyside has been canceled, and the remaining episodes will move online. And then Will and Grace will fill the void, as they brought that out early to fill the NBC Thursday void that Sunnyside caused. I had a feeling this was going to happen. I actually watched Sunnyside, and it's not that bad. And I'll continue to watch the episodes if they're being released on Hulu and stuff like that. I just felt like it was one of those shows that was going to get the axe kind of early. So, sorry guys. But yes, there's always casualties every year, and Sunnyside is the first one. Evil over on CBS has cast Renee Goldsberry to have a role in an upcoming arc that they're going to be doing. Lucifer, that's right. The new season is filming right now, and Tricia Helfer is back in season 5, so that's awesome. She's always great when she pops up in Lucifer, and she's pretty easy on the eyes as well, so I'm glad that Tricia is back. William Dafoe is joining Guillermo del Toro's Nightmare Alley, so great addition there. Let's see here. CBS All Access has also renewed Why Women Kill for a second season. Very, very cool. HBO Max orders the LGBTQ+ docuseries from Jim Parsons and Greg Berlanti called Equal. Jessica Henwick is in talks to join The Matrix 4 in a lead role. Jessica is great. I loved her in Iron Fist, so I think she'll be a great addition for The Matrix. She can definitely handle her action. Robert Eggers is assembling an ensemble for his new Viking revenge film called The Northman. That's right. It looks like Nicole Kidman, some of the God, I'm spacing right now. The William Dafoe. Oh man, I'm spacing the brothers, man. The guy who plays It. And and his older brother, man, the you know, whatever. Okay, now it's gonna kill me. I'm gonna have to take a second to pull this up in some more detail because I am completely spacing the goddamn names of these guys. Skarsgård, god damn it, Alexander Skarsgård and Bill Skarsgård. That's right, Nicole Kidman, Alexander Skarsgård, Bill Skarsgård, William Dafoe, and Anya Taylor-Joy. That's what I was talking about. There. So The Northman, coming soon. The Battle for Uber, super pumped, is going to be a limited series over on Showtime. That's right, Uber getting its own limited series over on the Showtime network. Netflix is developing Bone, which is an animated series based on Jeff Smith's comic book series. We got some set photos of Amanda Waller back for the Suicide Squad. Taika Waititi to reprise his core character for Thor Love and Thunder, which is fantastic. Amazon's Lord of the Rings series has added Maxim Baldry to the cast. We have your first look at the Anti-Monitor from Crisis on Infinite Earths, which looks really, really cool. Doug Liman hopes to film Edge of Tomorrow 2 after Mission Impossible 8. So, hopefully in the next 10 years, we will get our Edge of Tomorrow 2. We can only hope. All right, the ever-long gestating live-action Pinocchio movie is in the news once again as Robert Zemeckis is now in talks to direct. That's right. This movie has been floating around Disney for many, many, many years, trying to get off the ground, so we'll see if it moves forward with Robert Zemeckis at the helm. Forrest Whitaker and Audra McDonald are joining the Aretha Franklin biopic Respect, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. HBO Max's Station 11 has officially landed Mackenzie Davis and Himesh Patel to the cast. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is teasing a production start for Black Adam. That's right, Black Adam is the movie that The Rock has been talking about making for the last decade and never makes. But he says it will go into production this summer. I believe he said this July. So, fingers crossed, because I'd love to see the damn Black Adam movie that he's been teasing for all these years. Patton Oswalt is joining The Boys in Season 2 for a secret role. Love Patton Oswalt, always a great addition to everything. Escape Room 2 is moving forward as they're doing some additional casting for that, with the additions of India Moore, Holland Roden, Thomas Corcoro, and Carlito Olivero. DeWanda Wise is joining Jurassic World 3 in a leading role. A live-action Barney film is in the works from Mattel, and Daniel Kaluuya, that's right, Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out, is helping bring the purple dinosaur to life in a live-action Barney film. So there you go. John Boyega is set to star in Netflix's movie They Clone Tyrone. Jade Bartlett is set to write the Doctor Strange movie in the Multiverse of Madness. That's right. So very, very cool. El Camino. You know El Camino? It is the Breaking Bad movie that's on Netflix. It supposedly has averaged over 6.5 million views during its first 3 days, so very, very big for Netflix. Ben Affleck is set to star in a new disaster drama called Falling to Earth. Natalie Morales is joining Netflix's Dead to Me Season 3. A Clueless series reboot is in development over at CBS TV, so we'll see what they do there. I'm hearing that there might be a twist to it, so maybe we get Clueless with some supernatural stuff or something. Who knows? The FX network has officially fired showrunner Kurt Sutter after multiple complaints. He was mainly behind the Mayans show and Sons of Anarchy, stuff like that. Melissa McCarthy and her husband Ben Falcone have their new movie Superintelligence heading to HBO Max. Ruben Fleischer explains why he's not directing Venom 2, and basically it just comes down to he just needed some time to chill with his family. I mean, you know, he says he went from Venom straight into Zombieland 2, and if he did Venom 2, he was going to have to jump right back into Venom after Zombieland, and he hadn't seen his family or really done anything with them in years, so he needed some free time after he got done with Zombieland. So he wishes everybody luck and on moving forward there with Venom. Momondo Athie is joining Jurassic World 3. He was on the show Sorry for Your Loss. He will have a lead role in Jurassic World 3 as well. Netflix has canceled Alexander Payne's movie after a rights issue. That's right, Alexander Payne was working on a new film that would have gone to Netflix, but there were some rights issues, so Netflix says they don't want to mess with it, and they just canceled the project. HBO Max has acquired the Studio Ghibli for their library for streaming. That's right. The entire library of Studio Ghibli of all their projects will be available on HBO Max, which is very, very big for them. Lena Headey and Michael Caine have joined the cast of the Oliver Twist remake. Derek Cecil and Max Beasley have joined the Outsiders series adaptation. Stephen Lobo has joined the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover as the Spectre. So, man, they just keep on adding characters to this thing. It's pretty cool. Michael Giacchino will compose the score for Matt Reeves' The Batman movie. So, awesome. Michael is great and always a great addition to every movie he gets his hands on. Sam Raimi is set to return to the director's chair for a new island horror movie that he's working on. J.J. Abrams says that The Rise of Skywalker will bring the saga to a cohesive ending. So very cool there to see it all come together. Taika Waititi isn't sure if Bro Thor will be back for Thor Love or Thunder. So that's the big question, right? When Thor comes back in the next movie, should he still be the Big Lebowski bro Thor? Or should he be back to normal? I mean, if this movie's taking place years later, I think he should just be back to regular Thor. But if we're trying to pick up, like, immediately after Endgame, then he's got to shed the weight, right? So he should still be Bro Thor, but we'll see. But at this point, Taika is not sure which version he'll have in the movie. David Duchovny is officially joining Blumhouse's remake of The Craft. James Mangold says he still wants to do an X-23 movie, but doubts that it'll happen anytime soon. Bluff City Law looks to be the next casualty for our new shows. That's right, NBC drama will wrap up its production after its initial 10-episode order. So goodbye to Bluff City Law. John Cho has been injured on the set of Netflix's Cowboy Bebop live-action movie, and production has been officially put on hold until he gets better. Bless the Hearts has been renewed for Season 2. HBO Max is going to be doing a documentary called Expecting Amy, which will chronicle Amy Schumer's life on tour amidst extraordinary difficult pregnancy that she went through. Let's see here. Sorry, just going through some of these notes. All right, the new trailer dropped Monday, like we talked about, for Bloodshot. Bloodshot is based on the best-selling comic book from Valiant Comics. The movie comes out February 21st of 2020, stars Vin Diesel. Basically, he's this really cool operative, spy, mercenary guy who gets hurt, and basically this company takes him over and puts these nanonites into his system, into his body, which kind of almost make him robotic. But if he gets hurt, his body heals itself. It's a really, really cool concept. The trailer I thought was fantastic. So check out the Bloodshot trailer if you haven't seen it. It is really, really cool. And then later that day, we were blessed with the brand new trailer for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Oh my god. It was fantastic. It is a great final trailer because it doesn't really spoil anything. It doesn't give anything away. You don't see Luke. You don't see the Emperor. You don't really see anything other than quick shots that look beautiful. Tickets on sale now. The movie comes out December 20th. The trailer dropped. Tickets went on sale. Get it, man. They're selling out super fast. I already got my IMAX tickets locked in for opening night. Super, super stoked. The saga will end. The story will live forever. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Check out the trailers on our social media right now. Facebook, Twitter, check it out if for some reason you haven't seen it by now. Apple's Foundation has landed Jared Harris and Lee Pace to star. Fox has ordered an adaptation of Argentinian mob drama The Cleaning Lady. Lisa Joy's Reminiscence has landed Tomb Raider's Daniel Wu. Game of Thrones actor Joseph Maui has joined Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV show. Joel Edgerton teases a return to the Star Wars universe. He might be involved with the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that is coming to Disney+. Isabella Merst has it used to be Isabella Mona. She must have got married or something. Isabella has been cast opposite Jason Momoa in Netflix's Sweet Girl that they're putting together right now. It's a movie revenge thriller that they're working on right now. Sweet Girl. Isabella's great. She was Dora the Explorer. She was in the Transformers movie. She was in the great Mark Wahlberg movie, Instant Family. She's really, really good. So glad to see her join there. Filming has officially begun on the backdoor pilot for the CW's new Arrow spinoff that they're working on. Vince Vaughn is set to star in a new action-adventure comedy for Netflix. Aguirre Sacasa's The Shelley Society gets a pilot order over at HBO Max. HBO Max is really putting in the work right now, man. I mean, I'm glad to hear because this is the streaming service that's going to cost like $16 or $17 a month. But man, they have the most projects in the works right now of anybody. Killing it. Terminator Dark Fate early reactions are already hitting the web, and everybody is hailing it as the best Terminator since T2, that it is a great follow-up, it feels like original Terminator, and that this is a true return to form. I cannot be more excited. Cannot wait to see Terminator Dark Fate when it comes out. Fantastic Beasts 3 is officially set to start filming in February of 2020. Adam Tickets says that The Rise of Skywalker ticket sales broke Endgame's record in just the first hour, which is crazy. I'll tell you, I actually had no trouble getting my Star Wars tickets, whereas when I got Endgame tickets, it took me hours to get those damn things. So, I don't know, maybe they were just better prepared, but, I mean, lucky for me, I had no issues with the Star Wars one. Taika Waititi says that he still plans on directing Akira down the road, so that's awesome to hear. GCB reboot is in development at the CW. That's right. This was Good Christian Bitches, I think is what the GCB stood for. And yes, they are working on bringing that back. So there you go. XFL coming in 2020. ABC and ESPN and Fox Sports reveal schedules for the Football League's revival. We have the first teaser trailer for 911 Lone Star, which is the spin-off show with Rob Lowe and Liv Tyler. J.J. Abrams once again says that Rise of Skywalker gives a cohesive ending to all 9 Star Wars films, so that's awesome to hear. The running time of Rise of Skywalker is 155 minutes. That's right, 155 minutes, edging out Star Wars The Last Jedi to mark the longest film in the series. So, man, 155 minutes. Get ready, get strapped in, let's do this. Taika Waititi is set to executive produce a sci-fi thriller called Night Raiders. Paramount Pictures has officially pushed Dylan O'Brien's Monster Problems back 6 weeks. It is a post-apocalyptic coming-of-age film, and that's just been pushed back 6 weeks. Shia LaBeouf and Vanessa Kirby are set to star in Pieces of a Woman. The Rise of Skywalker breaks franchise first day pre-sale records. That's right, it smashed pre-sale records after the advance tickets went on sale Monday. It is the most pre-sold movie of all time now, taking down Avengers Endgame. The horror drama Evil has been renewed for a second season over at CBS. Very excited about this. I love the show Evil. It's really, really cool. Stars my boy Luke Cage. That's right, Mike Coulter. So glad to see that it's been picked up for a second season. Jeph Loeb, who has run Marvel Television for a long, long time, is officially stepping down. That's right, he is leaving. He's exiting Marvel Television. Just so happens to be right after Kevin Feige's promotion, but a lot of people are saying, no, he was going to do this already. Sure you were, Jeph. This is definitely because Kevin Feige has his hands involved now, and Jeph is like, I'm out. So, there you go. So, we'll see what happens, but kind of glad Jeph Loeb is out, and Kevin will have his hands in those TV pots. We definitely need it. Cardi B is set to cameo in Fast and Furious 9. Michael Mann is set to direct the HBO Max's pilot for Tokyo Vice. 12 Mighty Orphans is a new movie being put together with Robert Duvall and Martin Sheen. James Wan's new horror film Malignant gets a release date set for summer of 2020. Rebecca Hall's passing has just added Castle Rock actor Andre Holland to the cast. James Cameron talks about where he wants the Terminator Dark Fate sequels to go down the road. Adam Driver in talks to star alongside Matt Damon in The Last Duel. Now, if you remember me talking about this movie, this was supposed to be Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. So when I heard Adam Driver was in talks, I had to look into it a little bit more, because it looks like Adam Driver is in negotiations to play the role Ben Affleck was going to play. But I guess due to scheduling conflicts, Ben Affleck cannot play the role anymore. But he's still staying signed on to the movie. He will just be taking a smaller role that he can get in, film, and get out. So he will still be involved, but the main role needs to be recast, and that's what Adam Driver is in negotiations for right now. Adventure Time is being revived by, guess what? HBO Max. There they come up again. HBO Max with a 4-part series called Distant Lands. So there you go, Adventure Time coming back. Some new shows are getting some extra episodes. That's right. All Rise, The Unicorn, Carol's Second Act, and Bob Hart's Abishola have all those 4 freshman series have scored extra episode orders over at CBS. So congratulations there. I do want to check out All Rise. I had not had the time to do it yet, but I will. They're on my DVR. I do like The Unicorn very much, so I'm glad that got some extra episodes. I so like Carol's Second Act, so glad to see that get a little bit more. But I refuse to watch Bob Hart's Abishola. That just looks horrible. But, good for them. Very good for them. Glad to see things picked up for more episodes. So, woo! There's the news for the last week, my friends. We got through it pretty quick in just a half hour there, getting through a couple even extra days there. Let's talk. What is hitting Blu-ray and DVD this week? It's The Lion King. That's right. So the new live-action Lion King has officially hit physical media, because I got it a couple weeks ago on digital already. In theaters this Friday is Black and Blue and Countdown. So I don't know what I'll be doing for the movies this weekend. Not really interested in Countdown. Black and Blue looks okay, but looks more like a Netflix movie. Who knows? We will see. Here's your weekend box office. Coming in number 10, it's It Chapter 2 with 1.5 mil. Number 9 is Hustlers with 2.1 mil. Number 8 is Judy with 2.1. Number 7 is Downton Abbey with 3.1. Number 6 is Abominable with 3.5. Number 5 is Gemini Man with 8.5. Number 4 is The Addams Family with 16.1. Number 3 is a debut. It's my Zombieland Double Tap. That's right, bringing in $26.7 million. They were very happy with that debut. It actually made more money than the first Zombieland did in its opening weekend. So always good to see the sequel make more than the original. 26.7 for Zombieland. Number 2 is Joker. Still making so much money. Going to be the highest, most profitable R-rated movie of all time. Biggest R-rated movie at the box office ever here soon. It just keeps racking in the money. It brings in another $29.5 million here in the States. And making its debut at number 1, but not by much, is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Maleficent comes in at number 1 with $36 million. but the first Maleficent movie made over $60 million, so it's almost a 50% hit. So Disney is not happy. It is the lowest debut for a Disney movie all year. So I don't think we'll get any more Maleficent movies, just saying. So, but congrats at your number one debut there. All right, my friends, that'll do it for us here at Am I on the Air? Thank you so much for tuning in and riding with me as I got you through all the news that came out in the last week of entertainment. Tell your friends, tell your family, spread the love, tell everybody who loves entertainment, hey, you should check out this podcast, Am I on the Air? The host, Don Mega, is a pretty cool dude. So, thank you. Let's do some shout-outs. Our official webpage is amiontheair.com. Pretty easy, right? You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/amiontheair. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/amiontheair. You can follow me directly on Twitter at dxdonmega. Follow me on Stardust. Stardust is a really cool app where I do 30-second mini reviews on video form about TV shows, movies, trailers. It's a really cool platform, and if you listen to this show, there's no reason you wouldn't like that. Download Stardust. Follow me there at DonMega, DonMega, and I will follow you back. We're available on Apple Podcast. If Apple's not your thing, don't you worry. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play Podcast. We're all over all your favorite platforms for our podcast. So don't you worry. Just search that term, Am I on the Air? ? Let's see here. And of course, we are always available on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're all over all the different platforms. And yes, a great big shout out to our affiliates at reddragonsradio.com. That's reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at reddragonsradio and give some love. It's a big podcasting website that has a bunch of different shows on it. Not just us, but a bunch of different things, and share some love there for Red Dragons Radio. We do all the time. Thank you so much for once again tuning in with me on this Wednesday, October the 23rd. We'll be back next week. Yeah. Keep an eye out. Anything new drops, definitely follow our social media feeds so you get all the news as it happens, including the trailers and everything else. So, my name is Don Mega. Thank you for rocking with me. I hope you all have a great week. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace!
Bye, everybody! Red Dragons! Red Dragons!